It's not just radio, it's Rockland World Radio. RocklandWorldRadio.com.
Hi there, this is Dan Windheim for Dialogues with Dan, and tonight we have an interesting interview for you all. Hope you're all tuned in. I'm speaking with Al Foxx from Seattle, Washington. Al, you might remember I spoke with Al a couple of years ago about his comedy, and Al has branched out and now is doing motivational speaking and motivational lifestyle, and we're going to show you a YouTube video that Al did a while back about motivation, and I think you'll all be very interested in this YouTube interview or this YouTube performance by Al about motivation and life. And we'd like to introduce Al Foxx and his motivational YouTube video. Here it is. We'll start with this. So I'll start enjoying this.
Bam! Change slammed into my life and plunged me into a black hole. I changed to anger and self-pity, fear. I had a beautiful fiance, I had a great job as a roofer, made me plenty of money. I had a beautiful motorcycle. I love snow skiing. That wasn't me, but it could have been. I think I actually gave him lessons. I love going to ride concerts. Ride concerts were great. I was at them all the time. And the place I was going to meet my friend and my fiancée. Oh, when we were together, time flew. Before I realized that I was late. Oh no! I jumped on my bike and gun out of the driveway. And racing down the street. I should have slowed down. But I sped up. I kept speeding up. I didn't need to be careful. Heck, I'm 18, I'm invincible. I can't give my bike more gas. The wind in my face made me feel free, happy, powerful, in control. Wow. My bike hit the truck and stopped dead. I shot over the handlebars like I'd been fired from one of those circus cannons. My face and my helmet slammed into the pickup. My helmet cracked. My face bones broke. My body crumbled to the pavement. Somebody called 911. Well, the ambulance got to me. They had to transfuse 7.5 pints of blood into me.
337-820-584.
So I put my hand on the table beside the bed, jerked my left foot forward. Two nurses and the doctor picked me up and put me back in bed. They tied me while they put me back in bed. As soon as they turned around, I climbed back out and fell on my face again. This time they put me back and strapped me in. As I'm laying there, staring at the ceiling, I could see the writing on the wall. I couldn't read it though. I was too angry, too mad, too upset, too depressed, too scared. Finally, after leaving the room, and I'm just laying there for, I don't know, a couple hours, couple days, whatever. Pretty soon the words on the wall started coming into focus. When I read what they said, I got more scared than I'd ever been before. What the word said was,
yes, hi.
Instead of hanging out with friends, snow skiing, water skiing, backpacking, parachuting, going to ride cabs, going to the beach.
Thank you for being
I'm going to be
the
spending my time in physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy,
you'll hear
and
Dan.
psychotherapy.
To begin your conversation.
Drag. Living till I die is a second class.
Yes, a little bit.
I remember. I was alive, but I wasn't living. What kept me from living was my attitude. See, the attitude I have is the most powerful thing I have. It's all our choice. We have a choice every day. It's kind of like Grandma Moses said. Life is what you make it. Always has been, always will be. Yeah, it was kind of embarrassing for years. I was so self-conscious I paid more attention to how I sounded than to what I said. Should have ran for president. We cannot stop changes from happening. They're always going to happen. The key is to accept that fact. It's like Viktor Frankl said. He was a German psychiatrist who survived 4 years in a Nazi concentration camp. And what he said is, when we've done all we can to change this situation, we're challenged to change ourselves. And that, my friends, is all we can do, is change ourselves. This is the key right here, is teamwork. Teamwork is the most important thing I have in my life today. Because I have teamwork, I've learned how to walk, I've learned how to talk, not as well as I might like. I've learned how to drive, not as well as you might like. And teamwork is a really important thing. And it's kind of like Helen Keller said. Alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. Okay? Good job, we're going to do it again. Good job, we're going to do it again. Good job, we're going to sit back down.
Okay, good.
Sit back down. This is the first time I stood up in months. I don't want to sit back down. So I try to keep going. Charlotte, pull me back into my chair. Come on.
Yes, that was Al Foxx. I think we have Al Foxx on the line. Hi, Al.
Hello, Dan. How you doing?
Oh, very good, thanks. We were just watching your video, your YouTube video about motivation.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's about being motivated and encouraged and happy and thoughtful and kind and
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Al, on that video, you spoke about, how you were, knocked out and knocked down for a while. Could you tell everyone how you stay positive and how you don't let this drag of injury stop you? What keeps you going?
Okay. The best way I have personally found to stay encouraged has been, it's kind of what I've been start from the very beginning. In the very beginning, it was having little goals of walking to the mailbox, and little goals of trying to be nice to people, trying to be friendly to people. Because my injury, I not only had the physical goals of walking and talking and driving and making it to the bathroom before I wear my pants.
Right.
I had those goals, but also my head injury ruptured my hypothalamus gland, and so I had mood swings, incredibly bad mood swings, and people would say, "Oh, well, that's okay. You're brain damaged. We understand."
Yes.
But they would make an effort to avoid me. So isolation was a real big factor.
Yeah, I bet it was.
And so, yeah, trying to be nice to people, friendly, kind, helpful. That was one of my early, and again, is one of my continuing goals.
And how did that work for you? Being
Well,
nice.
I can see progress, and the more progress I see, the more encouraged I got. Plus, it really helps to have people in your corner. When you have friends, things are easier. And one of the best ways to make friends when I was in my early stages of rehabilitation, one of the best ways for me to make friends was to go to the hospital, to the rehab floor,
Right.
to see other people who were struggling in the same ways I was. Support groups. It's like there's so many people out there that you would never meet because they have disabilities and they tend to just stay in support groups and stuff. And when I befriended people who needed help because of a disability, then that was encouraging. It became easier to make friends.
Exactly.
And today I have friends that some have disabilities, but many do not. But it's been 33 years since my motorcycle crash. And so I've learned a lot about being friendly and being kind and being helpful. And
yes. Yeah, Al. When I first interviewed Al a number of years ago, and at that time, Al was a comedian, and your thing was comedy. And why did you stop that?
oh no, I didn't stop that at all. I still do. I'm technically now called a motivational humorist.
Oh,
I still do jokes and but it's not. I don't do comedy clubs anymore. But I still do my motivational talks to government agencies, schools, companies, churches, non-profit groups, and my talks have a lot of humor in them. But see, I have a lot of stuff to say. That's not just. I mean, everything I say doesn't have to be funny. I mean, some of it is funny, but a lot of it is encouraging and serious.
I bet it is. Yeah, Al, I want to ask you to speak about a few words I've written down. Could you speak about motivation? What does it mean, to you? Motivation.
Oh, what does motivation mean to me?
Yes.
It means having a goal and when I have a goal, I see myself achieving that goal. And see, it's like life can be kind of hard sometimes, but anybody can put up with anything for a while. And if your goal is to have a better life, and then the motivation comes when the closer you get to your goal, the more motivated you become.
Yes. So,
And
Al,
it's just like progress, a little bit of progress every day.
yes,
And that's how I stay motivated. Is I go to the Y and I work out. I do the treadmills. I do the walking. I do the weightlifting.
excellent.
Although I can only lift weights with my right side because my left side is paralyzed. But I still have goals of curling more, doing one-arm presses,
Sure.
and all kinds of every goal I reach, every goal I strive for, the more motivated I am.
That's excellent. Yeah, Al, where do you think motivation comes from?
Motivation comes from a desire to achieve more and more. Motivation comes from having a relationship with people you care about. Some people believe in God. I believe in God, but God can be a source of motivation, a source of strength. But if you don't believe in God, that's okay. I mean, there's other sources of motivation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Al, could you speak about laughter?
Oh, laughter is the best. If you can laugh about stuff. See, people used to ask me, well, I have a number of jokes about my disability, and when people say, "How come you're laughing at your disability?" Well, why not? If I don't laugh if I can't laugh at it, see, laughing at it makes it smaller,
Yes.
makes it not so big. If my disability is too big to laugh at, then it's too big to live with.
Right.
But if I can laugh at it, then it's smaller. It makes it smaller, not so
Sure.
significant.
Were you always able to laugh?
No, absolutely not. No, I can you hear me? I didn't have the phone by my mouth. And the answer to your question was I always able to laugh. No, I was definitely not.
Yes. And what do you think, allowed you to laugh or begin changing?
Having goals, having goals and relationships with people,
Right.
and the more I care about people, the more helpful I try to be for people.
Sure.
Then the more I think more people like and enjoy being around me.
Oh, exactly.
See, it cannot be all. I have to remember, it's not all about me. It's about how much I can do for other people. The more I
Yes.
do for other people, the more happy they are to have a relationship with me.
Yes. Yeah, could you speak about some of the people that you're involved with?
Yeah, okay. Well, let me, okay, that goes way back. One lady I had a relationship with who I've known for a really long time. She now lives in Connecticut. But I met her here in Seattle on the bus about 20-some years ago.
Wow.
About 25 years ago or so.
Really?
And she was riding another bus, and she got off. I felt getting off the bus I was riding, and then I hobbled to my next bus and got on another bus, and she got on right after me. She sat down right beside me,
Oh,
and she said, "I saw you fall and get right back up." And I wanted to talk with you because she was going through a very hard time, and she saw me get right back up, and she felt like she wanted to talk with me because that was how her life was right then. She'd fallen down, not physically, but in life.
yes.
And so she had to get back up, and so she wanted to talk with me. And that made me feel good right there, and so I talked with her. She was a beautiful, beautiful woman. And I said, yeah, I'll have to fall more often.
Oh, yeah. That's a very, very good story.
Well, and so, see, talking with this woman taught me four things. Talking with Catherine taught me that it's not all about me. Talking with Catherine taught me that the more I care about the more concerned I become about other people, the more concerned and they'll be about me. The more I try and be helpful to other people, the more helpful they are back to me.
Yes, excellent.
And so I've known Catherine many years now,
Oh,
and
that's...
she since I've met her, she has gone to Harvard University and graduated with 2 degrees from Harvard University.
Wow. That's excellent.
And so having her for a friend, having many other people for a friend. See, today I make friends in a number of different places. One of the key places I make friends is in my church, in the singles group.
Right.
That's one real good source of friendships.
Oh, yeah. That's a great life lesson that she taught or she gave you. Sounds very excellent. Yeah, Al, I also want to ask you about humility.
Oh man, humility is super important. Humility is key because if I'm not humble, then I'm thinking that it is all about me. But it's not about me, it's about other people. It's about being helpful and kind to other people.
Sure. That's
And the
great.
more helpful I am, the more I can do for you, the better I'm going to feel about me, and the better you're going to feel about me. And so it's a win-win, and then the better you're going to feel about you.
Yes. Yeah, Al, how about pride?
Oh boy, pride is death.
Bad?
Pride is like that. That's one of the 7 sins. 7 deadliest sins is pride.
Yes.
And the way pride has been. Hey, Bonnie, my real good friend is calling me. How about if I get her on the line with us? Would you like to have 2 people to interview?
Oh, I think today, well, just you and I.
Okay, I'll call her back later then.
Sure. Yeah, Al, how about respect?
Oh, respect is key. The more respect I have for you, the more respect you're going to have for me. And if I respect you, I'm going to feel good about me. And if you respect me, I'm going to feel good. See, it's kind of like this. Let me tell you this. Everybody has a self-esteem bucket. We're all born with a self-esteem bucket.
Yes.
And when we respect other people, we add good things to their bucket. And the thing is that our buckets are connected. And so when I respect you, it adds good things to your bucket, and it also adds good things to my bucket because our buckets are connected.
Right.
And
interesting.
And see that the same thing goes if I insult you, if I criticize you, if I say something derogatory about you,
right,
that pokes a hole in your self-esteem bucket, and it pokes a hole in my self-esteem bucket.
Oh.
And so criticizing people or whatever pokes a hole in both your buckets. But while apologizing or doing good, positive things for people, adds good things to both your buckets.
Yes.
So you feel respect is key. Respect is probably one of the most important things that I think people should do to help themselves feel better.
Yes.
To feel more positive about themselves is to respect other people.
Yeah, most definitely. And lastly, how about dignity?
All right, say that again, please.
Oh, dignity?
I'm sorry, I'm taking it easy. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, dignity. You know, about feeling good about what you're doing and who you are. What do you think about that?
What do I think about feeling good about who I'm sorry, I'm just not getting what you're saying. Spell that word, okay?
Oh, D-I-G-I, N-I-T-Y. Dignity.
Okay, T-I-G.
Oh, Al, how would you explain pride and the way you feel that you've done well with this thing that happened?
Oh, with my motorcycle crash,
yes.
And if I am proud of the way that I've managed to put my life back together. It's taken a long time, but I'm pretty happy with where I'm at today. And I am proud about that, but I'm not really pridefully proud. I'm kind of humble because I realize that it was not me, all by myself. See, the most important thing to know about rehabilitation is that it's teamwork. The more I help you, the more you help me. That's a win-win situation, and we're helping each other, respecting each other.
Yeah,
That's all about teamwork.
Well put. So, I imagine this feeling didn't come overnight.
Oh man, oh no, not at all. Learning how to capitalize on teamwork, learning how to gain from respecting yourself, respecting other people, being kind, all that took me a long time to learn. That's why I say have little goals. It's all about progress.
Yes, so would you say the progression was over time? You got better and better, and you kept doing more and more?
Well, absolutely. It's all about time. It's all about progress. It's all about patience. It's all about humility.
Yes.
It's all about respecting other people.
Perfect. Yeah, Al, before we end, could you give us a little info about biofeedback?
Oh, yeah, that's a great, I'm glad you mentioned that. I would have forgot. Biofeedback, also called neurofeedback, is extremely helpful for me. Some people question its validity, but I found it to be very helpful for me.
Oh,
And what happens is it helps you. See, when you lose your temper a lot or say negative things and get in any kind of habitual pattern, biofeedback will help you develop new grooves. See, the habits cut grooves in your mind. So you start to do things just because that's the way you've always done them. But when you do biofeedback, it helps you to get out of the same old ruts. It helps you develop new patterns. It helps you to think in new ways that are not so habitual.
so it creates new pathways in your brain?
Well, yeah, it helps you to create. It helps you to create new pathways.
Yeah.
Because your behavior, your habits will cut pathways in your mind. But biofeedback helps you to get out of those old ruts. Helps you to develop new, healthier patterns.
Yes, and where do you do this?
Oh, well, see, behavior psychologists have done biofeedback in schools for years, for decades. Excuse me. And but the way that I've got biofeedback is from this retired school psychologist who does it out of her home. And so, but if you look on the internet for biofeedback, neurofeedback, then you can find a place closer to where you're at.
Right. How long have you been doing this?
Oh, okay. No, I had biofeedback for several months back in probably 10 or about 15 years ago.
Right.
And it was very helpful to me.
Oh,
But then recently I had a kind of a major upset, a major problem in my life, and so I needed some more biofeedback to help me get over the problems caused by that incident. So I'm right now in the middle of 10 sessions.
Yes.
Which is the first sessions I've taken since 1995 or so.
Oh, wow. But you're feeling it's on a good track.
Oh, absolutely. Biofeedback for me has a very positive outcome. And it has biofeedback is used in schools to modify the behavior of problem students who have problems with their behavior. And biofeedback helps to modify their behavior.
Yes.
And the psychologist who's given it to me, she tried me on it. She wanted to experiment on me to see if it had the same beneficial effects on a person with brain damage. And we discovered that it does.
Oh, excellent. Well, Al Foxx, before we end, could you give your YouTube,
my website,
your website, YouTube program?
Okay, sure. Okay, how you find my website is it has a few different URLs. One of them is alfox.com. That's with two X's, ALFOXX.com. Another URL is attitudeman.com.
Yes.
And if they're both the same website, alfox.com with two X's,
Yes.
attitudeman.com.
Oh, excellent. Well, Al, you're also on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, Al Fox, and Winners Don't Quit.
Yes.
Winners Don't Quit is on Facebook.
Excellent.
That's also your Winners Don't Quit Association.com or winnersdon'tquit.org.
Yes. Well, Al Fox with two X's, thanks for joining me on Dialogues with Dan. Keep up the good hard work. Okay,
Well,
Al?
thank you very much, Dan, for giving me this opportunity. And
Yeah.
thank you for all that you're doing to spread the word.
Oh, you're welcome, Al. Have a good night.
Okay, you too. Call me whenever you want.
Yes, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Happy Thanksgiving, America.
Okay. Good night, Al.
Okay, take care, Dan. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Al Fox from Seattle. Have a good week, everyone. Thanksgiving. Turkey Day. Peace.
It's not just radio, it's Rockland World Radio. RocklandWorldRadio.com.